Hello and welcome back to Rachie Reviews. And today I thought I would share with you guys my thoughts on certain beauty products that I think are worth saving on or splurging on. And of course, this is all just personal preference and what I've discovered about myself. So if you guys agree with me, disagree with me, let me know if there's anything that I may be missing out on. And I thought to make this video because I was going through my makeup bag today and I noticed that some products that I had were really affordable and others were pretty up there in price. And I do want to preface this video and let you guys know I'm not a professional makeup artist, so I'm just someone who really enjoys makeup. I love it, and these are some products that I've tried over the years. These are my thoughts on them, and some of my thoughts might be a little incomplete, so I would love to hear your guys' recommendations. So the first product that I want to share with you guys is foundation, and this is actually the product that sparked this video because, like I mentioned, I do have quite a few affordable products that I use and then some that are kind of pricey. So this one that I love and that I've used for years, that I've gotten multiple times, is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and this one is the dewy finish. And maybe you guys remember, but there was kind of a craze a few years ago with this foundation, and not even the dewy one, it was just the regular one or the matte one from what I remember, and people were raving about it. They were going crazy saying how good it was, and I actually never tried that one just because I know my skin, it leans on the dry side, so I didn't think that one would be a good match for me. But at some point they came out with this dewy version, and so I gave it a try and I just fell in love with it. It's great. I think this is my third bottle of it, so I've gotten it quite a few times. The only negative that I recently found out is that it seems to be maybe getting discontinued because I used to be able to get it at Target or Ulta, and I think that they've really limited the amount of shades that they have, and maybe they just don't carry it altogether now, but hopefully it's still available on their website because, like I said, this is one of the best foundations that I've tried, and if you have skin that's a little more dry like mine is, I'd highly recommend it. So yes, definitely I think you can save your money on foundation, and this one, when I have purchased it, I think it's $6 or less, and it usually lasts me a while, so highly recommend going on the more affordable side for your foundation. So next product is concealer, and I actually don't think I have a preference on whether I would save or spend more money on concealer. I just don't think I've tried enough concealers yet, and I haven't found one that I'm crazy about yet. So let me know, is there a great concealer out there that I'm missing out on? The one that I have been using for a while now, it is the Lancome All Over Concealer. I'm not crazy about it. It's okay, but it gets the job done and it doesn't dry out my skin, so I do appreciate that. I think I would just prefer something that's maybe a little more dewy. Like I said, drier skin. I just prefer products that give me more of a glow. So my thoughts on concealer, I would say you could go either way. Like I said, I just don't have a whole lot of experience with all kinds of different concealers. Lately I have been using a higher end one, but maybe there's one out there that's more affordable and that does an amazing job. And I did actually try a more affordable concealer somewhat recently. I had the e.l.f. I think it was the Camo Concealer, and I think it was just the original one. I do think they have a more hydrating or dewy one out now. I just haven't tried it. But anyway, the original e.l.f. Camo Concealer, I did not like that product, and that is actually what led me to purchase a higher end concealer. I mean, I did get this for 50% off, so that certainly helps, but let me know down below, what are your favorite concealers? So thoughts on concealer, you could go either way, I'm sure. So next product is powder, and again, this is one I think that you could go either way on, just depending on your preferences and depending on your budget. I do have two that are in my makeup bag right now, and one is another Wet n Wild product. I've had this one for a while now. I'm not sure how long, at least a year, I'm sure, and the label has completely worn off, but it is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder, and I enjoyed this product. I thought that, you know, for a few bucks it did a great job of setting my makeup, so I do recommend this product. The other end of the spectrum, I do have a higher end setting powder. It's the Armani Luminous Silk Glow Fusion Powder, and this one I bought for a special event, and I love this product. I think that it does a great job. This one is pretty different from the Wet n Wild just because it's a pressed powder, whereas the Wet n Wild, it's a loose powder, so that might affect how they perform on your skin. But I do love both of these products. I still use them both, and I would highly recommend them. So again, setting powder I think is a product that you could go either way on, just depending on your finances and depending on your preferences. I like both from different ends of the price range. So the next product I want to share with you guys is blush. And again, maybe I just don't have enough experience with all kinds of different types of blushes. In my makeup bag currently, all I have are higher end blushes, and I would recommend all of the ones that I do have in my bag. So what I have in my bag currently is this cream blush. It's the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint, and I love this product. I think it is a great cream blush. And again, I don't have a whole lot of experience with cream blushes, but I do think that one is pretty foolproof. I've heard horror stories about certain cream blushes where if you don't blend them right away, then you'll just end up looking like a clown. But I do not get that with this Armani blush. I think it's great. I would definitely repurchase it. Then as far as powder blushes, all I have are higher end ones, so I do have two from Benefit. So I have this one, and it's in the shade called Shellie, and it's more of a coral, and I love it. I think it's a great powder blush, and I was a little intimidated by it at first. I thought it was going to be maybe a little too bright for my skin, but I don't get that at all. I think it looks amazing on my skin. And then another one that I have also from Benefit is the Dandelion blush, and this one I love too. I use both of the Benefit blushes just depending on what kind of look I'm going for. I usually use the Shellie when I have more of a warmer tone makeup look, and the Dandelion when I have more of a cooler tone makeup look. The last powder blush that I use is this one from Armani, and it is gorgeous. I think it is such a beautiful shade. It just applies to my skin so easily, and it's always a good makeup day when I use it. Thoughts on blush? Again, maybe I just don't have a whole lot of experience with more affordable blushes. but I would recommend that you splurge. I think that higher end blushes, you really can't go wrong. But again, just think about your preferences, what you like, and what you're comfortable with spending your money on. So next product is bronzer, and I only have one bronzer that I'm currently using. It's this one by Armani, and I don't think it's an actual bronzer, but it is also the Luminous Silk Glow Fusion powder, so it is the same product as the setting powder that I have from them, but it's in a darker shade. So I use that as my bronzer and I love it. I think it goes onto my skin so nicely, it blends out easily, and I'm trying to remember maybe the last time I got a more affordable bronzer, and I think it was one from Essence, and I did not like it. So again, maybe I just don't have enough experience with more affordable bronzers, but I would recommend this one from Armani. I think it's great and I love using it. So again, let me know, am I missing out on any amazing affordable bronzers? Let me know in the comments. This is what I'm using and I love it and I would recommend it. So as far as my personal experience, I would say that bronzers could be worth spending some more money on. Next product is highlighter. And I have two highlighters currently in my makeup bag, and the ones that I do have, they're higher end. So the first one is one by bareMinerals. The lid actually came off on here, but it does still snap shut. So anyway, this one from bareMinerals, it's more of a golden tone, so I like using this on those days where I have a warmer makeup look going on. I think it just looks great on my skin and I enjoy using it. I'd highly recommend it. And this other one is by Benefit. It's the Cookie Highlighter. This is my favorite highlighter. I think it looks amazing on the skin. It's such a pretty color and I would highly recommend it. And thinking back to more affordable highlighters that I've used in the past, they never worked out all that well for me. So they would either have this weird kind of film on top of them where it makes getting into the product harder, or maybe they were just too glittery, or for some reason or another, I just never fell in love with the more affordable highlighters that I've tried in the past. But it has been a while, so let me know down below, are there any amazing affordable highlighters that I'm missing out on? I'm sure there are. Makeup has come such a long way in the last few years. Anyway, I do try to keep my makeup bag on the more minimal side. I don't like more than 2 to 3 products per category. So these are the two that I'm using. They're on the higher end side. I love them. I would highly recommend them. So highlighters, I would say they're worth splurging. And again, just depending, what are your preferences? What's your budget look like? But anyway, if I had a little extra money in my pocket, I would spend that extra money on a higher quality highlighter. Next product I want to share with you guys is eyebrow gel, and I just have one that I'm currently using. It's the one by Benefit. It's the Tinted Gimme Brow Eyebrow Gel, and I love it. I've used it on and off for a few years now. This is the only eyebrow product that I use. I don't use a pencil, or I don't shade them in with a color. This is all I use, and I think it's great. I love it. I have used more affordable eyebrow gels in the past, and they were okay. I don't think that they gave me the same volume that I get from this, and I think that this product, it just does a great job as far as evenly coating your eyebrows. Maybe it's the spoolie difference, I don't really know. And this one, it does look kind of small, but that's deceiving. So I looked back at my purchase history and I got this product back in March of 2024, Now is January 2025, so that's 10 months I've had this and it's still going. So even though it's on the higher end side, I did splurge on this product, it's lasted me so long. So I would highly recommend it. I would say I lean more on the side of splurge on your eyebrow products, especially on a good eyebrow gel. Next product I want to share with you guys is eyeshadow. And eyeshadow, I've been kind of on a roller coaster with, so I used to definitely only buy the higher end eyeshadow palettes like the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Those were my jam. I still have them and I do still love them. However, I did come across a makeup review video a while ago, and the person who was making the video, she highly recommended this eyeshadow palette from Milani, and it's a matte neutral palette, and I didn't think much of it at the time, but I did decide to get it just because I felt like my eyeshadow collection was a little lackluster in the matte neutral eyeshadow category, and I was just looking for something very small, very compact that I could just toss into my makeup bag, and on those days where I maybe want a more natural eyeshadow look, I could just use this. And I love this eyeshadow palette. I was so surprised by how much I love it. I think if you took these shades and if you just popped them into a higher end eyeshadow palette, I would think they're higher end. So I think that they blend out really nicely. The colors appear well on my eyes. I do have these colors on my eye look today, and I highly recommend it. I was surprised again by how much I love this. So I would say eyeshadow, you can go either way. Nowadays, I think I lean more on the side of saving your money, but maybe you have an enormous budget, or maybe you just love to spend on eyeshadows. I think it's just all personal preference, but if I were to go out and buy an eyeshadow today, I would try to look for something that's on the more affordable side. Next product I was going to share with you guys is eyeliner, but I don't go through a whole lot of eyeliner, and I only have one that's in my makeup bag right now, and I like it. I just don't know if I have enough feedback as far as more affordable versus higher end eyeliners, so I'm just gonna skip that for now. But let me know, you guys, is there a good eyeliner that is more affordable? Because eventually I am going to run out of eyeliner. If you're curious, I'm using the Rare Beauty one right now, and I would purchase it again, but maybe I'm missing out on something that's out there. So let me know, what do you guys use? I prefer a more gel or a pencil eyeliner. I never do a wing on my eyes, so I don't need a liquid eyeliner. So yeah, just let me know, what do you guys use? I would love to hear it. Last product I want to share with you guys is mascara. So mascara, I think you could go either way. You could save your money on it, or you could splurge. Right now I do have two in my makeup bag that I'm using, and one is this cute little sample size from Too Faced. It's the Better Than Sex mascara, and I've actually gotten a full size of this in the past, and I love it. I think it's up there as far as one of my favorite mascaras. But before I tried this one out, I was loving the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I bought quite a few tubes of that Lash Paradise mascara, but it's been a few years since I've tried it, so I would return to it, you know, if the time comes where I'm out of mascara and I need to repurchase. I would try that again. I remember loving it. Right now, at this point in my life, I would say that if I was gonna go out and buy a mascara, I would try to find something that's more affordable. And I think that's just because all of the mascaras that I've tried recently have I think they look great on my eyelashes. I'm very happy with how they look, and I think that's mainly because I use the eyelash serum from The Ordinary, and it just helps make my eyelashes look good. I feel like I can put on almost any mascara and I'm happy with how it looks, and I didn't used to have that experience, so I think it's because of The Ordinary lash serum. Highly recommend that product. So mascara, I think you could go either way on, depending on your budget, depending on your preference. Like I said, in the past, I've had a great experience with a more affordable mascara. Right now I am loving this one. So those are my thoughts on some different beauty or makeup categories that you could maybe either save your money on or spend more money on. Let me know. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? What are your recommendations? I would love to know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!